IP addresses and ports. These are some of the foundations that every cybersecurity person should definitely need to understand. So let's talk about IP address. Like, how does data find your computer? Like, you ask for a page, the answer must travel back to you alone, right? You open a website, a request travels through the internet, and the website sends the answer back. Like, out of billions of devices, how does the reply come back to yours? Like, IP addresses find your devices, ports finds the right app. So this is something that you should keep in mind. So we are going to explore that. So what is an IP address? It's like your home address. When you purchase some products online, like from Flipkart or Amazon or whatever platform that you're using to purchase products, so you are giving your address to deliver the product to your home, right? Like that, we have IP address for communicating with the internet. Like, data finds your device through the IP address. On a network, we have the IP address which looks like this, right? So for your home, there is an address. For internet, there's an address. If you connect your phone or computer or whatever to the internet, there is an address that we can call as IP address, right? So every device on a network gets its own unique IP address. Not two devices on the same network share one. Like, just like two houses can't share an address, right? If there is two houses, like one is the house A and one is the house B, which is in the same place, still their address are exactly not the same. Maybe they have 221B Baker Street, the next home have 222B Baker Street. So there is a slight difference, right? So what an IP address looks like. The common type is IPv4, which is the phone number splits by dot. Like, we can see 192.168.1.15 is an example of an IPv4 address. So this is basically the IPv4 address, like, which is separated by three dots and four numbers, which you can call as octets, separated by dots, right? So there is also IPv6, which is the longer and which looks different. So this is an example of IPv6. So it was invented because the world ran out of IPv4 addresses. Don't worry about it. IPv4 is all you need for now. So let's move on with two kinds of IP. Like, we have the public IP, we have the private IP. Your whole home shares one public IP address. Inside, each device has its own private one. So what does this mean? Like, when you are in a home where you have the router, what happens? You are just if you have the PC, if you have the laptop, if you have the phone, which is in a home network, all of your devices should have the same IP addresses. So we have the public and private IP address. The public IP is the IP address given by our internet service provider, seen by the whole internet, one per home. So this is about public IP address, right? But private IP is slightly different, which is used to communicate with the devices in your home, right? Used only inside your network, invisible to outside world. These are something that is not visible to the outside world. For example, if you have laptop or PC with a printer in it, so you are connecting or communicating with the printer using the private IP address. While if you are going to browse something, if you're using the internet, then you are in the public IP address. So that's the difference between those. Like, public IP address will look like this and the private IP address will look like this. Like, public IP address is given by your internet service provider like Geo, Airtel, BSNL, or whatever you are using. They are providing you that public IP address, which is seen by the whole internet when you browse. Your IP is revealing, right? So which is seen by your whole internet. And if you're using a single Wi-Fi connecting with your PC, laptop, or phone or TV, whatever, all should have the same public IP address. In case of private IP addresses, you're just using it to communicate with your own devices, like from PC to printer, like that. So both should have different IP addresses in that case, in the case of private IP address. If okay. So if the IP is building, if the IP is the building, a port is the room. Like, if you assume that you have a building, like you are living in an apartment. So one device runs many services at once. Ports keep them apart. So if you are living in an apartment, there will be lot of rooms, right? There will be lot of peoples, right? So in that scenario, if you are just ordering something from online, assume that. So if they want to deliver it to you, you are giving everyone in an apartment may give the same address with different room number. So the room number is what makes them deliver that particular product correctly to the exact door, right? So that is what the port number is. Like a port is a number door into one specific service, like one device equal to many doors. Like a one apartment can contain many doors, like e-web, email, logins, all at once in case of internet, right? So doors are numbered like 0 to 65,535. This is what ports is. Like we have 65,535 ports available. Each service uses its own number. Like these are some of the common ports, like port 80 for the HTTP, port 443 for the HTTPS, port 22 for the SSH. These are some of the port numbers. So IP address is like an apartment. Inside that we have multiple ports. Assume that this apartment is a Linux or any other operating system. Assume that this is a vulnerable operating system like the Metasploitable 2. So inside that we have various doors, right? That is what the ports is. So in that particular Linux or any other operating system should have some of the ports open. So that is what we called the ports in this case. Like, right. So port numbers are like 80, 443, 22, 21, etc. Right. So that is what the difference. Other than that, we have the common ports that you will meet, like a handful of well-known numbers shown up again and again. Like port 80 is HTTP website, which is not encrypted, and port 443 is HTTPS, which is secure websites, and port 22 is SSH, which is remote login to a machine, and port 21 is FTP for transferring files, and port 53 is DNS for turns the names into IP addresses, and port 25 is SMTP sending mail. So each port has its own purpose. So that is what you've seen here. Like if you're using port 80, which is for websites, which is not encrypted, which is what you should know. And if you're using port 443, it is HTTPS, which is secure websites. If you're using SSH, which is remote login to a machine. Each port has its own functionalities, right? We have the 0 to 1023 are the well-known ports reserved for these standard services. Like you don't memorize all the 65,536 or 35 ports, right? So just the common ones above. So these are some of the common ports. You don't have to remember all the 65,536 ports, right? So putting it together, like IP plus port, join them with a colon, right? So this is how you browse. Like if it is not running on 443, if it is running on 8080 or 8000, you have to specify that using colon in the browser. And the concept. Okay, why hackers care about ports? Like every port is a possible way in. Finding them comes first, right? So a mission, an apartment is what we call as a mission. Inside that there will be a lot of doors open, some of the doors are closed. The open ports is a way in for an attacker. So find the open doors first, scan every door, knock on all ports, see which ports are open, open a service is running. If one port is open, there is a service is running. If 443 is open, then HTTP is running. So if port 80 is open, then HTTP is running, right? So each open door is a way to try for an hacker, for an attacker, for a pen tester, right? So the standard point of an attack is open ports. Attackers use tools like Nmap, which can be used to find open ports. So which will be, if you don't know about it, which we will cover in the Nmap section, how you can find the open ports like that. So a recap, like log it in, like we learned about IP address, what an IP address is we assume that it's like a building, right? So yeah, everyone should have an address. For internet, we have an address called IP address, right? So we just discovered about the port. It's like a room in the building, like which service on that device. Like in a mission or in a building we have specific rooms like that. In a mission we have specific ports open. So yeah, in Linux operating system or Windows we have specific ports for various purposes, so that we called as port, like the numbered room inside in this case, right? So we have the public and private IP. Public IP faces the internet, the private IP stays inside your network, and IP colon port is what we browse usually, joined by a colon. IP is joining by a colon. If you want to access port 8080, then you have to specify IP colon 8080 to access that particular page in the browser. So they are the complete destination for that. So that's pretty much about it, guys. I hope this video is informative for you. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.